Skylar's girl that just got shot.
Skylar's girl?
The girl, what's her name? Charlie? The one that she was sleeping with, but then is no longer sleeping with. Then she had the meeting in the Zancudo,
hey,
and now she's dead.
Charlie's sleeping with Sky?
No, with Sparks. Sorry, Skylar. Skylar is Sky to me. Sorry.
Oh. Okay, why?
Because I was overwatching a meeting with Sparks and Charlie at Zancudo, West Zancudo.
Okay.
And apparently Charlie was being hunted by Habibi.
Okay.
And while I was overwatching them, a Habibi helicopter flew directly to their location.
Yeah.
And then flew away. And the helicopter was registered to Achez Perez, who is Sky Faye's partner. And is also second command of Habibi. And
wait,
like
what? Okay,
and shortly after this happened, within 10 to 15 minutes, it looks like she was captured by Habibi and executed.
She dead?
ICU right now, but she was stabbed and set on fire by Habibi, who bragged about it on Twitter. But obviously,
who bragged about it?
Interesting. Habibi. Looks like they had 3 twats.
Oh, okay.
I was only able to barely document it.
Okay.
But obviously, the concerns come with they had that meeting, and I was overwatched for that meeting for about 45 minutes with no concerns. But then towards the end, they were
it went from 0 to 100.
Yeah, so but they were literally between 2 buildings that couldn't be seen. The helicopter flew directly to their location, not in a scouting pattern, directly to where they were.
Okay.
And then flew away, and then 15 minutes later she was captured. The reason I make that indication is because obviously if Sparks was there, and Sparks has been communicating with Sky Faye about this interaction and stuff about her concerns with Charlie, and that Sparks was there on duty, and this helicopter flew directly to where they were, which tells me it's likely that a cop of some kind may have told them exactly where they were.
Oh.
And considering it was Sky Faye's partner's helicopter who flew directly to them, obviously.
Oh, there's 2 Skies. That's why I keep getting confused.
Yeah, there's Sky Faye and Skylar Sparks.
Okay. What makes us think in a million years Sky Faye's going to do that?
I don't, but obviously the connections are there that she knows there's conflict, and it's her partner's helicopter that flew directly to where they were while they were both on duty. I have to look into it. It's what's the more likely than not scenario. Whether or not do I think Sky Faye's capable of that doesn't matter. The evidence makes me have to look into it.
Look, you need a little bit more before doing that shit.
Well, I'm not like going after her, but she already knows.
Bitch, why are you gonna call me up and be like, "We're gonna we got some shit that might happen with BCSO"? Don't start with that. You're so damn dramatic.
Shut up and listen.
Hey, no. Hey,
director, please stop. No. And I'm trying.
Hey, man. Hey, man. You even think of apologizing?
I was trying to tell you. You're saying it like there hasn't been. I was trying to tell you that Sergeant Faye approached me right before,
I had to reset.
Right before the storm rolled through, being like, "So I saw you called out. It was my partner's helicopter about that." And I was like, "It's not that I called it out. That's the facts. We were trying to relay that information because it's relevant."
What do you mean you called out her partners?
It was on 311 that she was like, I saw Perez's helicopter got called out. I was like, yeah, it literally flew directly to her right before she was kidnapped. It's a priority suspect. And she was already being like, I can't believe you. Like, so you think I had something to do with it.
Okay.
And I was like, I haven't said anything.
Hold on.
And so she's already starting it.
Hold on.
Call me at the place tonight.
So Skyfake on her own accord said it was her partner's helicopter.
Yes, I was at the hospital trying to support Sparks.
No, I know. No, just hold on. I do the questions so that I need to make sure I'm understanding the comms here properly. Sky Faye said that it was her partner's helicopter. She said that?
Yes.
On 3-1 to you.
No. Yeah, she did it to me at the hospital because I called out that it was Perez's helicopter.
Okay. And then you said that on radio?
Hey, buddy.
No, it was on 311 because we were trying to communicate and get marshals on channel.
But did you relay that Sky Faye's partners?
No, I didn't relay it like that. It came over as the helicopter's registered to Achez Perez. It's not like I said it's Skyface partners. It was factual, just as it normally would with any other situation. I didn't put the 2 and 2 together until later.
I'm lost. Why would she be mad then?
You got me, but she approached me at the hospital and went, because I was with Sparks at the hospital. She went up to Sparks and said, she's going to ICU if you want to talk to her. And so Sparks ran off and I stood there waiting because it's not my responsibility. It's not my problem. And Sky Faye confronted me immediately with, I saw you call it out as Perez's helicopter. I was like, yeah, it was. She goes, and you think I had something to do with it, don't you?
Okay. You have to.
You're making a difference yourself.
You got to remember Springfield, so just as a point of, we in the marshals were very over explaining sometimes, right? I am too. And so when I get a phone call that starts with, yo, we may have a problem with BCSO, right? But then there's a lot of words of explanations. It needs to start with what you're saying is accurate, right? But I need you to understand my perspective. I am dealing with so much bullshit, right? And this matters. This is important, right? But if I get the red alarm that yo, some shit's going to go down on a political level with the BCSO, by the way, you're going to probably deal with this tomorrow. I need it really concise, right?
I'll try to get it all formatted into
and I get a lot of it's happening at once, but a lot of times, and I hope you're taking this in, right, is the over dramaticness in the beginning needs to come with an immediate explanation. And then afterwards we can go into the details, right? Or we hold back the dramaticness because it is counterproductive for me as your director to keep my own sanity.
Understandable.
Okay. All right. So
I just wasn't expecting the immediate hostility and defensiveness from Sergeant Faye right off the bat, especially after last night's issues.
I'm missing so much information. I want just bullet points, right, for a second here, right? Because I know there's a lot and I'm not going to be able to capture it all. I've been awake for 12 hours. Okay, so fucking some shit's on Twitter. Sky Faye says, hey, my fiance, my boyfriend's heli's in the air. You call it out on radio.
Negative. I'll write it down. So I'll give you a bullet point timeline.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I'll bullet point it out in a report. It's already started to write a report.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll just put it.
Okay, that'll make it a million times easier.
I should let you know to just be on. Basically, the TLDR is, I've already had a sergeant from BCSO get extremely hostile with me over this because of the situation.
But why? I'm confused.
because she's already basically expecting me to come after her, even though she's on my suspect list, but she's not obviously my primary suspect.
How would she know she's a suspect list?
You know, that's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't mention a single thing to anybody except for Sparks. And Sparks was in a complete meltdown state. She didn't have the composure to be able to mention anything to anybody. So we'll figure it out. Let me get you the summary so you can review it later. I need to compile all the information.
This sounds like Did Sky approach you?
Yes, she approached me after pulling Sparks away. I did not approach Sky Faye at all. She approached me blindly on it. Why can't the door open? Oh, there we go.
Approach Sparks about what?
Do what?
Why'd she pull Sparks away?
I presume to confront me.
After her girlfriend was shanked?
Well, she told Sparks to go to ICU. Hold on, I'm about to debrief with Sparks and Blunt.
Okay, I'm gonna go in there. All right.
All right. Bye.
I feel like Springfield told too many people this theory because she likes to be dramatic sometimes, but the problem is
what are we talking about, Springfield?
The Charlie thing.
Okay. Yeah, Sparks, give us a minute, please.
Do you want me to put my stuff in the locker?
No. You can if you want to go to the meeting, you're welcome to. If you want to go chill outside for a minute, that's fine too. If you want to go off duty for a bit, that's also fine.
I have no reason to go to a third shift meeting.
Okay.
I'll be outside awaiting your decision.
All right, sorry, Springfield, go ahead. All right, so
the director wants a full rundown of the whole situation. So
okay, context-wise, midway through that situation, when things had cleared at triage, I had texted you and I had emergency 42. That was like maybe 40 minutes before Storm rolled through.
Yes.
And then I've been out since. So, go ahead.
And minutes after you texted me, we were still at triage, and a twat went out about Charlie being shot, or executed or whatever, not shot, stabbed and burned.
Yeah.
And immediately as that twat went out, I was shot by a fucking double action revolver from outer space. Revolving the triage situation.
Okay.
So then I came to at the hospital trying to sort everything. Skylar was a hot mess because of the Charlie being attacked thing.
Right.
And we waited. Remy and Faye brought Charlie in because, no EMS. And I was trying to calm Sparks down, get the quick, immediate information. Charlie went into ICU, and Faye came and told Sparks that Charlie was going to ICU if she wanted to go to go see her. And as Sparks ran down the hallway and ran away, Faye confronted me about her partner's helicopter being called out, and immediately became effectively, it sounded like she was accusing me of coming after her already, even though I haven't done anything yet. I was still in the trying to calm Sparks phase down. Calm Sparks down phase.
Yeah. I'm trying to think when you first mentioned that, it was just me and Sparks there. And like McAllister maybe walked in for a second and Wayne maybe walked in for a second, but neither of them are gonna would even have had time to blab about that, right? Because we rolled pretty much straight into the 78s.
Yeah, We literally were in the middle of a discussion, and that shots fired call came out at the Davis PD, and we ran out and dealt with that. We literally didn't even have time to talk to anybody.
I'm gonna be honest,
then I
that
was
sounds like
shot
a
down
fucking
during that situation.
guilty conscience talking. Like, where is the, we haven't even made that allegation, and she's already defending an unmade allegation. The fuck? That's
It's
suspicious
something
as
to
hell.
note, but obviously she's not the primary suspect. We have
But
primary
did
suspects
you?
who took their own pictures.
Well, hold on. You told Sparks, right? Did you tell anyone else about Sky?
Me.
Blunt. It was a discussion between Blunt, Sparks, and I while we were in
Where?
the aftermath of at Davis in the cells.
Okay. Would Sparks have brought it up with Sky?
Impossible.
She didn't
Literally,
have time.
we were in the discussion when the shots were fired outside the building, and we broke
So
in the middle
Sky
of the
is
discussion
just
to go there.
saying a bunch of random shit?
So the concern is that somehow when Skylar was meeting with Charlie, H.S. Perez's helicopter knew their pinpoint location.
No. First, let's deal with the BCSO stuff and then the rest.
Where the fuck does BCSO come into this? What?
Because Springfield told me all this other stuff is important, right? But I'm trying to address, Springfield told me that a BCSO sergeant came at her sideways alongside Sky Faye, suggesting like Sky Faye is under investigation.
Well, that's why I'm giving the predicate for that.
How would Sky Faye know she's a suspect?
That's why it's like she doesn't know that she's even a suspect. So the fact that she's already defending herself against an unmade allegation is suspicious as fuck.
So there is no opportunity for her to just, what the fuck?
Zero. So again, I think Springfield's
I get what you're saying, right? I'm also just making sure. Look, I'm going to say something that you guys aren't going to like, and I want you to understand this very clearly.
okay.
We have sometimes our fucking ball sacks here and vaginas, all right, get really tingly to go after cops. All right? And sometimes I kind of get that feel, right? When I get like a call that's like, "Oh my god, BCSO something." That's going to give me fucking red flags, whether appropriate or not, right? Now this is Springfield. She's like, "Oh my god, BCSO," right? So my red flag goes up because I need to first evaluate, hey, why are we thinking a cop has done something? Now what you're saying right now, this is factually makes sense. But I want to first make sure that her feeling that way actually does not come through because someone overheard something and then she heard it and now she's justifiably upset. You see, you get what I'm saying?
I understand.
That door needs to be closed, and we need to be sure that is closed before we go to the next step of, okay, well, am I making sense here?
Yes.
Right.
So
okay.
Chronologically, and from a scope perspective, the only people that were aware of even this discussion taking place were me, Springfield, and Sparks. During that conversation, for maybe a brief second before we said we need the room, John Wayne walked in for 1 second before turning around and walking out, and McAllister walked in for 1 second before turning around and walking out. Neither of them seemed to left the building before the shots started happening right outside the building, and then we all responded to that immediately. And we were in that situation all the way until what is being described happened. So there was no opportunity for anything to be leaked, for any gossip to be spread, and the scope wasn't there of people that knew to even make that contact.
So let's start with here. What was the after you're done putting all this on the wall?
I think I have too many things because they're starting to delete each other.
Yes. Just I think we're
It
good
can go in a
where it's
report.
at. Yeah.
I first want to ascertain why Sparks or Sky Faye feels the way she does, because I'm telling you right now that Sky Faye is extremely unlikely going to be telling her boyfriend where Sparks is. Like, that is so out of character that it is insane. And
well, that's
so
where she wasn't even a suspect. We thought the same and thought it wasn't her, and we were talking about who else it might have been.
Stop. Like,
Right.
you're not, I don't think you're intending to do this, but you're really throwing away any possibility. We need to talk through what I'm trying to say here, Blunt. We need to find out the why first. I get it. You guys are in a room, right? Did Sparks never left, right? Who brought up the Skylar thing first?
Which Skylar?
Or sorry, Skyfig. God damn it, they both got similar names.
We were doing an after action after Sparks' meeting with Charlie at Zancudo. After they split, we went to Davis to discuss the after action of what the meeting was about. Because the meeting ended as a Habibi helicopter flew to them. So we went to Davis to discuss the after action. And that's when we discussed the facts about it, about who the helicopter belonged to. I initially thought the helicopter belonged to Zenith because it looked identical to a Zenith helicopter from the pictures the other day. But then we had the tail number run, and it came back to Perez. And
The white
Sparks was
Super Volito?
mentioning, yeah, white
Okay.
and black one.
The same one we saw on the block the other day, Brian.
So we were talking about the facts at Davis about what it was. Sparks was telling me that Charlie says she's being hunted by Habibi. I didn't know this until the after action. Like, I didn't know this in the moment. I only found this out in the after action at Davis.
When did you first learn that Skyfae thinks she's a suspect?
When she confronted me right before Storm.
And what did she say?
She directly told me, she was like, she said, did I read that right? That it was Perez's helicopter? And I was like, that's correct. And she's like, and she responded with, and you think I had something to do with it, don't you? And honestly, I told her it's like, honestly, my immediate suspects are marshals because those are the ones that were talking on the radio about it.
Okay.
And she stuck with it of, I know you're going to come out, like, kind of accusations that I was going to come after her over it.
Why would you phrase it that way?
What, that I suspect that I wasn't suspecting her directly as a primary suspect?
Yeah.
To try and de-escalate the very obvious hostile tone she had, because she had a very hostile tone to it. I gave no indications at all of that suspicions before that confrontation.
I'm telling you right now, that sounded fucking cooked. So she's why? So she said she called you voluntarily.
Didn't call me. She confronted me in person.
In person, after having learned it was her husband or boyfriend's helicopter, and said, "You think I had something to do with this, right?"
Yes.
Prior to this, was there any reference at all about how did they find out where she is, blah, blah, blah? You know what I'm saying?
No. We didn't even have time because I was shot. I didn't even get a chance to talk about it because I literally got shot at the...
And when she said...
At Davis.
And when she said, hey, you probably think I have something to do with it, why didn't you just say no?
I did. I said, I think it's something I don't think it's
That's not a no. No is not. Well, immediately, actually, it could actually be the other marshals, and
it's difficult for me to lie, Director. I'm sorry.
Well,
Lying
yeah,
is very
but
difficult because lies get you killed in my previous job. I'm sorry. And we already know this police department's willing to kill and then rehire each other for it.
You're making a lot of excuses for a very foolish response.
Oh, then I'm sorry for failing you, Director.
Well, you're also going to apologize when Sky Faye comes over here and say you fucked up.
By refusing to acknowledge that, yes, I suspect her?
Yes. Do I need to explain this to you?
I'm also confused. I'm not going to lie to you, sir.
Absolutely. Because when you believe that there is a fucking cop that might be involved in a fucking thing, you, without certainty, by inferring that they may be the subject of an investigation, is bringing unnecessary political heat without any evidence to the fucking table. Blunt, you should know this better than any of us.
I think I think you're, unless I'm misunderstanding. Sky Faye asked if she was a suspect, and Springfield said, "No, you're not a suspect.
No.
I suspect other people."
No, Springfield, correct me if I'm wrong. You said, "Well, my immediate thoughts are marshals." In other words, you're inferring that she may be.
I suppose it could be taken that way.
Yeah, by
Okay,
any
so you were not
intelligent
emphatically saying
individual.
no. Okay. All right. That's I misunderstood then. Okay.
Yes. You're
I think
indirectly
being emphatically
accusing
saying,
her.
No, you're not. Maybe was the right move there.
Like,
even if she was, you could say no, she's
it's
not.
unnecessary sass and over explanation. And unless it's I don't even know, like, even if she is a suspect, telling the suspect that is, you might as well, like, where's the, you're now going to have zero cooperation. So, you know what I mean? Like, you might as well said, yes, you're a suspect, just based on that response, Springfield, right? Oh my Lord.
Okay.
And I want you to consider this too, is that these are the same people that likely you need in order to solve this whole fucking this situation. Who's going to deal with this? You're going to do this by yourself? No.
Of course not.
No, you need BCSO and the fucking LSPD. So, what's going to happen here is Sky's going to come here and you're going to tell her that you fucking apologize because the fact that she's even considered a suspect is fucking brain dead. You're going to do that? Yes or no?
Yes, Director.
And you know what that's called? That's called lying until you get evidence. And I want to make this clear going forward. We are the marshals. We investigate corruption. But in order to get there, we first have evidence before we start pointing any fingers or make any inferences. So the next time I hear, hey, someone may have done something, I better have some fucking proof. Otherwise, with all due respect here, Springfield, most of us are going to be doing the heavy fucking lifting. Why? Not on the case, but for the day-to-day bullshit that's going to come out of it. Right? So I understand it's a little mistake. I understand it's a bit of a mistake, but that was a big mistake.
I'm sorry, Director. I'm confused on one point. When did I openly start accusing her? I was in the middle of information collecting. She's the one that brought it to me.
Because she may have had, because Sky Faye, there's a separation when you are gathering information as an investigator. You allow yourself to get if you, in your heart of hearts, believe that someone is a suspect, you don't tell that person directly to their fucking face, especially if they're a Leo, that they could be a suspect. By you answering in the by not saying no, of course not, but instead saying, well, actually, I was thinking it was one of the marshals. You already opened the scope to, I believe it's someone that was blip watching. And that, yes, you are a suspect. You don't need to say yes. You inferred as much. I mean, do you think she's stupid?
No, Director.
Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Director.
Okay. So explain to me what it is I just said in your own words. So I know that you understand what I'm saying.
That I can't dance around with other law enforcement. They're not simpleton criminals on the street that can be simply dissuaded with side words. And I need to outright lie to them if I even suspect them, so we can continue to coordinate and cooperate with them.
Yes. In fact, you lie to every fucking suspect. If you believe someone murdered someone, Springfield, do you tell them, hey, I think you murdered them before you actually have evidence?
No, they typically don't come to me beforehand and say,
But you
hey,
still don't.
you think I murdered that person.
No, you fucking note that shit down until you have evidence. We cannot, on one hand, be like upset that people look at marshals a certain way while giving vague levels of accusations. You can't have both. An allegation against an LEO is serious. When we went after Pred, when we went after Carmine, and we went after Bobby, there was clear cases of wrongdoing. That is not a clear case. That is raising an eyebrow. And that is something you note down and discuss internally until we determine that we even open that door, right? Unless we ourselves are okay with the idea that people should go around making all kinds of accusations. We don't want that. It's inappropriate. Is there any, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to disagree.
No, that makes sense.
Okay. We have a lot of politic building. And I don't want us to get horny on going after another cop until like we know fucking for sure. You know what I mean?
I definitely don't want to go after another cop.
Yeah, I don't think that was ever the intention at all. Like the only part that even got to that was the question of how did the Habibi helicopter know where Sparks was?
Well, first it's going to start with apologizing profusely to Sky for even making, if you make up whatever the fuck you need to say in order to correct this, Springfield. All right. Is if you have to say you're just being fucking hysterical and it was fucked up and you shouldn't say it, do it. And you're taking a suspension for it. I think that's going to be the appropriate action. You got any work to do today?
Negative, sir.
You sure? You don't got any work to do? I mean, you got this shit, don't you?
This would be my thing,
sorry.
but
Would the best
ahead,
solution
Brent.
not be to just say, I started to say that I suspected marshals, but what I should have said, and I apologize for not saying first, was that no, I do not consider you a suspect. I suspect other people instead. Is that not enough of a clarification to solve this?
I think the clarity is that that's what you
like I should have started off and just said no. I don't think.
Look, there's a bit of an issue that I think everyone's having is like over explaining fuck ups, right? And Like, and I dealt with this like 5 times in the last like 3 days, not with you two, but just across the board, is like these over fucking explainings of shit is just so like unnecessary and unneeded, because you guys think anyone who is a marshal has a different mind. Just genuinely. We are exceptionally analytical, and therefore internally we speak very analytically like we are right now. Everyone else, generally speaking, does not give a fuck about any of that shit. They really just want to hear, I fucked up. I never should have said that. You're not a suspect. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. It was brain dead. It was retarded. I'm sorry. And I'm getting suspended for it. Done and done. You know what I mean? If you ever see me do that again, call me out for it. That's all people want outside of this department. Just genuinely. Right? Even though it may not make sense to us. And maybe we, between ourselves, want deeper explanations or whatever. But most people don't give a fuck about that shit, right? Right? And it might feel a little strange to be like, well, they're another law enforcement agency. Why aren't we giving them like these expanded reasons for like why we might have thought it was them and this and that? That just skirts. People just want to be like, oh, like they want shit simple. You know what I mean? Does that kind of answer Blunt?
It does. And obviously it is your prerogative and your decision. I think the same thing could probably be communicated absent a suspension that wouldn't throw a wrench in work. But if you feel it's necessary, that is your prerogative.
It is, because Springfield indirectly accused another member of command of being involved in a fucking murder. And the reason is I'm not dealing with pussy shit in this department. Just as I see, if I had, because that's how it should be, and I don't give a fuck how local PD does it, right? The accusation's made. As soon as Springfield is done with this, that will be done. We need to hold ourselves accountable for these mistakes, right? Internally, we can have those conversations. Externally, this is a big no-no. All right. Any questions?
As much as this is not the biggest problem from the sequence of events that we have to deal with.
I agree. That's why we're going to get it out of the way and get that sorted, so all the other bullshit drama doesn't get in the way.
This isn't bullshit drama. This is exclamation mark concerning exclamation mark.
Oh, God damn it.
Can we
handle the sky thing first before it keels over and festers?
Sure. But when you hear what I'm going to tell you, eventually, don't get mad at me for waiting, because it's...
Okay, go.
On that sequence of events, there's Habibi twat execution of Charlie. Immediately following that twat, Skylar is admitted that she called the archivist to ask them to tell her when Charlie got to the hospital. She called and asked for a favor from the archivist, ostensibly asking them to use their powers to give her information. They did not react to that request. They did not send her any information. Okay. So Habibi twat execution of Charlie. They twatted out the photo of them pouring gas on Charlie's body. Okay. Skylar's reaction to that, because you were in the middle of the shootout scene or whatever, was to call the archivist and ask them to let her know when Charlie got delivered to the hospital.
Skylar Sparks?
Yes. Now, she came forward and admitted that she did this and that it was wrong. She did not get a response from them. They did not respond on the phone. They did not send her anything. She ultimately did not get anything. But she, in a moment of what she described as weakness, called them and asked them for a favor.
Y'all motherfuckers need to stop erping, bro.
I've sworn that shit off, though. Yeah. So ultimately, she did not ignore any benefit from it. It was a judgment error.
Hey, yo,
She's
can
all
I?
up in
I'm
her
just
own
gonna
thing
ask a
about it,
very
but-
straightforward question, like, look, this is someone's loved one. That's very serious.
I pointed out to her all the better ways she could have gone about doing that. Other cops, EMS, doctor, like literally anybody else she could have contacted, and she just.
Why
Especially
did
she
she?
was brought in by police? So.
Yeah. That is. Can wait.
Okay.
Yeah. She's off the archivist case, though.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're going to be suspended from the archivist case until we figure out what the fuck decision making you made on it. All right.
Would you like further discussion, sir?
Yeah, we can discuss more, but it's until we have that conversation. All right. This is to maintain the integrity of it. All right.
Yes, sir.
So that if anyone asks, it's already been made, and then we can evaluate from there. All right.
Yes, sir. What do you need from me?
Well, first I got to deal with another shit show, and then we'll address your thing. So this could be a 30-minute suspension. It could be more. I just need you to write down what the fuck your thinking process was, even in that moment of weakness. All right.
So that being said, all of the equipment that I currently have on me for the Archivist will be going into the Faraday cage in the observatory.
All right.
Just so that you're aware.
All right.
And then I will depart. Am I suspended from my duties as an LEO? Do you want me to write
No,
this in,
no,
like,
no,
a
no.
note?
Just on the case.
Yes, sir.
Until we have that
I
conversation.
I will make a
All right.
private report and write down all of my thoughts and this I took both negligently and actively. And then when you're ready, sir, I will have that report ready for you.
Thank you very much. All right.
You're very welcome.
Right.
I'm placing all of my Archivist equipment into the Sarah Faraday
All right.
cage now.
Let's go outside. All right. Well, speak to Sky up front. Her suspension can be, yeah. Motherfuckers learning today, chat. All right. Sparks can be unsuspended depending on how that conversation goes. But these sort of
the action that was just taken. So we're
just off. She's suspended off the case. And then depending on the evaluation of events, we'll decide afterwards. Consider this how we should always do things, right? What that was is gross negligence, and should be drawing into concern if someone puts a fucking gun to Charlie's head tomorrow, is she going to delete the fucking financial records? Right? Now, we don't need to fully evaluate that right this second, but the moment some shit like that happens, you pull them off the case, then evaluate, and depending on that evaluation, we make a determination what happens next. Right? All right. All right. Let me see.
Is Sky coming up here, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna call her up. Phone's busy.
What's that?
Phone's busy.
Oh, she's at CMC. It looks like.
Any reason why?
There's a couple cops there. It looks like. Let's see. It's Sky, Renee, and Stormtrooper. Is there a Bravo, maybe? Not that I see. Sparks is somehow down right here.
How the hell did she get over there?
Probably tumbled down the hill. You've tumbled down that same hill. You know it.
Yeah, but from AC/DC, you know? Springfield, you're a good marshal. Just sometimes you get excited. You know what I mean?
I'm young. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I am still vastly learning how to approach several subjects.
You treat them like objects, not like people very often.
It's hard not to, sir. They're assets.
Yeah, well, you need to learn how to, you know,
Every time I attempt to try and get close with any of them, they lash back and retaliate and break trust.
okay, but you're not
It's
helping.
hard to stop considering them.
Okay, well, as assets, you're kind of not exactly doing a good job keeping them either. You know what I mean? I just want you to be retaining what I'm saying here, right? And I think you are.
Historically, I wasn't very good at it either. My entire organization was
Hello?
taken out by Ligara. So.
Hey, Sky, how you doing? This is Knight.
Oh, hi, Brian. All right. What's up?
I've got a dumbass that needs to apologize to you up here at the observatory, following a suspension that's going to come very quickly. You mind coming on up?
Yeah, I'm just on scene with Skylar because she just bravoed. I'll be up there in a second.
Okay, easy. See you in a bit.
All right. Hey, bye-bye.
Bye. If you treat other cops and other people like that, then you should be expected to treat that back. And you, as a member of command, need to understand that your reflection is a reflection on the department and those under you. Like, I want you to, like, really absorb that. And I don't necessarily believe that you intended for what you said to be portrayed the way that it did or to be interpreted the way that it did. I do think that it was unintentional. I don't think that you aspired to cause harm. But that is why this suspension is being issued as a learning lesson. And understand that from the very onset of me taking this on, this position, I told y'all I'm going to be harder on y'all than I am on local PD, right? So, is there any aspects of what is transpiring confusing or you're very much against? 'Cause now's a good time to talk about that, right? Because I want you walking away with this from this having learned rather than anything else.
There are, but I will take the night to take my considerations.
Okay. Well,
it's difficult because they treat us much worse every day for 4 months that I've been in the department. They do this every day to us. And I understand that we should be better.
who gets to make that decision, though? I know it's difficult, but that's my job. All right.
Hello.
How you doing, Sky?
All right.
Sky, I just wanted to ask you kind of directly, were there any implications that you were involved in some shit today?
When I asked Jessica about the through and when I saw about Perez's helicopter, she said that I'm going to be honest with you, we were worried that an officer was the one to leak our locations.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her specifically, was my name brought up because of my relationship to Perez? And she very quickly tried to deflect it, saying, oh, no, all officers. But I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. And I've had a lot of people always bring myself up when it comes to Perez. And the way she tried to deflect it, it very much gave away the fact that I was brought up.
Okay. That's what I figured. Look, I've spoken to, but you know what? Springfield, go ahead.
I apologize for the disrespect I showed you, Sergeant Faye, and the implications I made and such.
I understand. I
will be accepting my suspension for it.
Yeah.
That's between you and your director.
Yeah. Sky, no one should make you feel like a criminal, and any allegations like that are fucking disgusting and have no place in my department. If there is matters of wrongdoing, my marshals better fucking know that for sure some shit happened before I hear any of those kind of allegations. It's nasty. It's corrosive for interdepartmental relations, and we will have zero part in that. So, you know.
And I've been investigated by the marshals, previous iteration of the marshals, of course, because of, the things that were leaked in the past and everything like that. And I've been cleared. I have always been cleared. Myself and Perez's relationship has been 2 years long now. It is kind of a slap in the face that I still get hit with those allegations.
Yeah. I'm sorry you deal with that. And neither you or anyone else should ever feel that way. Obviously, there are times where we are mandated to go after law enforcement. But like I said, unless there's like real fucking clear evidence, I don't want that shit ever making people feel away. It's too many people put their lives on the line, put too much time on duty to even have jokes about that shit. So,
and if there is ever like a valid reason for me to be a concern, I'm an open book. I have nothing to hide. So I don't, I know it can be a concern at times, but just, yeah.
All right. I appreciate that, Sky. If you get any other bullshit like that, anyone else in the department, do not hesitate to bring it up your chain or even directly to me, because that should not be happening. Right? I mean, outside of like fucking jokey shit, right? Like,
no, I'm not a freaking, I'm not a snowflake. I can handle jokes and shit, but if it's getting serious, then you know.
Okay. Easy enough. All right.
Alrighty. All good. No harm,
All
no
right.
foul.
Okay.
Anything else?
Springfield, did you intend to mean what you said, or was it just dumb shit?
I was intending to attempt to de-escalate because I felt a hostile tone, a defensive tone, and I was trying to de-escalate, and by trying, I failed miserably.
Yeah. Yeah.
You did. And it just, I feel like, especially considering mine and yours history, you know me better than that. At least you should.
Okay.
I do.
All right. Well, Sky, if anything else comes up, please do let me know. We're gonna be sure this is handled.
Will do. Thank you,
right.
Brian.
Yep, absolutely.
Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Let's get the whip. What is it called? Penance?
Do you mean a car or an actual whip?
No, like penance. Like, isn't that? I saw that in a movie once. Would
you like me to pay penance for my failures today?
You have to like get on your knees and then someone like
that's the problem.
Like whips the back.
Oh, like lashing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that's.
Is that what
barbaric.
it is? It's called penance.
No, it's called lashing.
No, I know it's lashing, but I think it's also called penance. It's called lashing. You're lashing, but the actual thing is like penance. It's like
yes.
It's like it's in some like I don't know. I've seen it in the movies. Like
yeah, you're
it's like they did
for your sins through some action, and like typically, I guess lashing is the form of penance.
Yeah.
But
the typical form of penance that I service is, I spent a long time covering myself in beautiful art all over Europe, and these tattoos from multiple artists, and my penance is by destroying bits of this art. So if you'd like me to pay penance, I can pay penance for my failures for redirect. I've done it before.
I don't think we're gonna ask you to alter your body as a result of anything. That's probably not legal.
Well, that's what lashings are.
I don't think that's legal either.
Rip and tear the skin. Permanent scarring as a reminder. If that's the wish, I have no objection.
No, we're not gonna do penance. You're gonna be suspended up until hold on 1 second. Rare throw.
Hello.
Hey, just so there's no confusion, that's after she's done writing all her shit down. You know what I mean? So,
oh, yeah, of course.
right.
And I wasn't worried about that.
Do you want to join us on the penance?
The penance?
Yeah, we have a room in the back. She's gonna be whipped on the backside.
What the hell? What kind of freaky shit you guys doing up there, Brian?
I mean, if people are fucking around, like they gotta learn, you know.
So you take a paddle to them?
It's not a bottle. It's more of like a whip with like some.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I'll pass on that one.
All right.
Okay, Brian.
All right. You take care now.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Wrap up on this, and then after that, just take a nice breather. Suspension starts now. Desk duty until end of shift, and then you can go back on to regular afterwards. All right. Unless you believe that's going to affect your ability to dig into this matter.
The desk duty?
Correct.
Possibly, but I was going to consider going to Davis and clocking out and just remaining at the building so that I don't
go for it.
Appear as
that works.
my investigation and
okay.
evidence gathering.
All right. You can certainly collect your thoughts. Is there anything immediately you want to bring up?
No, Director.
Okay, very good. All right. I will chat with you tomorrow then. All right. All right.
What do you want to do with the Spark stuff?
Let's have a chat with her.
Okay. I think she just got back with her equipment.